Salvete. This lesson is going to be on the forms of sum in the imperfect and future tenses. So, let's start off by looking at a review of the present tense of sum. Its forms go sum, est, summus, estis, sunt, and they translate roughly to I am, you are, he, she, it, or any other singular noun is, we are, you are, and they, or any other plural subject, are. Let's remember the imperfect endings. Don't write down these endings yet, I'm just putting them on the screen to remind you of what they are. They are abam, abas, abat, abamus, abatis, abant. So now we're going to write down the imperfect forms of sum. The imperfect forms of sum are going to look very, very similar to the imperfect endings for all other verbs. All we're going to do is erase the ab from the front of the imperfect endings and replace it with the letters er, giving us the imperfect forms of sum as eram, eras, erat, eramus, eratis, erant. And so all of these are going to mean was or were. So, I was, you were, he, she, or it was, we were, you were, they were. Likewise, recall the future endings for our verbs. Once again, don't write these down yet. We'll write down the forms of sum in a moment. The future endings were abo, abis, abit, abimus, abitus, abunt. The future forms of sum will again be very similar. We'll just drop the ab from the front, and then we'll add er. So it'll be ero, eris, erit, erimus, eritis, erunt. And these all mean will be. So I will be, you will be, he, she, or it will be, etc. Notice that these don't have dashes at the front. That's because these are full forms of words rather than just endings. We don't add these onto anything. They are full forms in and of themselves. The one little glitch we'll need to be aware of is that remember how est and sunt mean there is or there are at the beginning of a sentence? Likewise, if erat, erant, erit, or erunt, the third person imperfect and future forms, are at the beginning of a sentence, those will also mean that the English sentence will start with there. So erit at the start of a sentence would mean there will be. For example, if you had the sentence erit nauta in insula, it would translate to there will be a sailor on the island. That's it for the notes of sum. Make sure that you write these down on your best friend in the imperfect and future forms of sum sections. Waleta!